Hi guys, how's it going? So in this video, I'm going to be doing some practice with Docker. So I'm going to be solving some Docker questions. I've got 16 questions here that are related to Docker images. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first question is asking us how many images are available on this host. So to know how many images we can uh, images that will list the number of images available in the host. So instead of counting everything, you can just say Docker images pipe it into what code hyphen L here. So that will give you 10. So that is 10 record. Notes the record, the count include the column. So you need to subtract 1 from the result. That will give you 9. The next question is, what is the size of the Ubuntu image? So this is Ubuntu. So this is around 43, 45 MB in size. So you can say 45 MB here. So the next question is saying you just pulled a new image. What is the tag on the newly pulled image? So the image is called instance. So I will run Docker images again. And this is the new image. And the tag is 1.30 outline. So that would be this one. So that is the tag from that image. So the next question is saying we just downloaded the code of an application. What's the base image used in the Docker file? And it's asking us to inspect the web app folder directory. So if I cd into web app folder and let's can see all of this file. So to know the base image used in the Docker file, I'm going to open this Docker file. So here it says from Python 3.14 tag. So the base image is Python with tag 3.14. So this is the answer. So the next question is asking to what location within the container is the application code copied to run the Docker build. So when you run Docker build, this command will run, this command will run. So this command is going to copy the application from the build directory, basically the directory where we wanted to build command, and it's going to copy the application to this directory in the container. So inside the container, the application is going to be in the / alt directory. So this is the answer. The next question is based on the given Docker file, which instruction defines the command that starts the application when a container is started. So when you start the container, and when you run Docker run command, and this is what is going to be executed first. So this is going to be started by that container. So Python app.py is going to run. So this will be the answer. The next question is asking what port is the web application run within the container? Inspect the Docker file in the web app file directory. So you can see this application is exposed on port 8080 within the container. So it should run on port 8080. That is the answer. The next question is asking us to build a Docker image using the Docker file and name it web app folder. It's asking us not to specify a tag. So let's try that. So I'm going to run Docker. You can see I'm in the same directory as the Docker file and the application file and other files. So I'm going to run Docker image, and the name of that image is going to be web app. I'm not going to provide a tag. So I'm going to say that file name is Docker file. And I'm going to ask this build to run into the current directory. So during the build process, it's going to basically execute all the command within the Docker file in the current directory. So let's try this. That doesn't work. So I'm going to specify IFT here, which sort of signify the tag. But as you can see here, there's no tag here. So I'm not putting that. So by default, it's going to use the latest tag. So let's try that again. So it's building now. So it's finished building the image. Now, if I check the images, I can see the web app color has been built. It's currently on the latest tag by default. So now let me check. So that is done. The next question is asking us to run an instance of the web app color image. Publish port 8080 on the container to port 8282 on the host. So you remember the Docker file has the container exposed to port 8080. So now to run the instance of the unit, we can say Docker run and we specify the publish port. And now, so from the host, which is 82, for the container, which is 8080. So the container is running at port 8080. So if you want to access the container, you access it from the host. So then the traffic from the host 8282, you then forward to the container port 8080, which is basically the port that where the image or the container is running. Now specify the image, which is the web app folder. I don't know if it's here. So now, let me check. So that is done. Then I'll move on to the next. So the next question is asking us to access the application by clicking the host 282, this one. So you can see this is not working. And this one died here. So you can see this is hello from blah, blah, blah. So if I go back to the lab, I click OK. The next question is asking, what's the base operating system used by the item with tag 3.14 image? If required, run an instance of the image to fit our tags. Okay, what I'm going to do is get out of this place and try to find out the base operating system this image is using. So I currently do not have the Python 3.40 image. So listen, so what I can do is I can say Docker run Python 3.14. So it should pull the image from public Docker registry into my local host. So if I want Docker images again, I should now have Python with 3.14 tag. So that should be Python version 3.14 on this. So now to know the best operating system that this image is using, what I can do is I can run this and say Docker run Python 2.14, and I will cut the output to the output of etc. I can say etc os if it's using Linux. So the version of the operating system or the name of the operating system should be in the etc os release directory, os release file. So so you can see here the name of the operating system is to give you background. So basically this image is built on this operating system Debian, Linux Debian. So I'm going to go with this Debian. So the next question is asking, what is the approximate size of the web app color image? So you can see the disk usage is 1.464 GB and the content size 421 MB. So approximately is 420 MB. The next question is asking, basically is confirming that is really big, that is really big for Docker image. And so we need to do something about that. So the next question is saying that we should build a new smaller Docker image by modifying the same Docker file, name it local color, targets lit. So lit will be the near tag of the image. So what I'm going to do is instead of building it on top of Python 3.14, I'm going to use Python 3.14 offline. So you can see 3.14 is quite big, right? 432 MB. So for example, the nginx offline is 36 MB. And then if there's no nginx, so there's nginx latest, which is 65.9 MB. So I'm thinking that if I use Python 3.14 offline, you should have a smaller image size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify the Docker file. And here I'm going to say we need to build this image from Python 3.14 5 year old and hoping we get smaller image size. So now I'm going to build a new Docker image. So I'm going to run Docker build and the going to specify tag. Tag is going to be web app follow. Like the name of the image is web app follow, and the tag is going to be it. And the file, the Docker file is Docker file, and the directory where we need to put from is called directory. So the build is completed. Now let me run Docker images again. So now we have web app color loads. You can see web app color loads has significantly lower content size compared to the web app color load test. And so we've reduced the size. So the next question is basically asking us to look at the differences between the sizes. So the next question is asking us to run an instance of the new image web app color lists published port 8080 in the container to port 8383 on the post. Now, so instead of using 8282, I want to use 8383. So for the new image, I will say I will run Docker run publish 8383 and the post to 8080 container. And the name is going to be the name of the email is going to be web app follow it. So this is currently running. So I can try to access this. You can see we are able to access the URL now. So that's working as expected. So so that is it. So I hope this is helpful. At least if you don't have familiarity with Docker before, I think this can be helpful as well as if you do have some knowledge of Docker, at least this can refresh your brain as well. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.